Hi everybody, it's Sharon Sarah. I'm making a couple recipes tonight and I thought I would go live and show you some of these recipes and show you some of our great products that I'm going to use. The first thing I did is make a brownie, and this is the fastest, most amazing brownie you've ever had. You just won't believe this. I already mixed up a brownie in our stainless mixing bowl. And I'm going to do this in 7 minutes in the Rockcrok in the microwave. If you're not familiar with our Rockcroks, I'm going to also do our other recipe in this tonight, and these are some of the most amazing things you've ever seen. This is the only vessel that can go on any cooking surface and do any recipe that you're making. It goes from top of the stove. You can brown your meat. You can cook onions and garlic on top of the stove. It can go in the microwave, under the broiler, in the dishwasher, in the oven, on the grill. It goes everywhere, so it's absolutely phenomenal. They come in 6 sizes. The one I'm doing the brownie in is a 2.5 quart. It's called the Everyday Rockcrok. So we've got our Rockcrok there. We've got our brownie mix. I cheated a little bit on this recipe and I used coconut oil because I didn't want to use butter that this particular recipe called for. So it's actually a little bit hard. So I'm going to have to scoop that out. Now there's a few things you can add to your brownie, whatever your favorite topping or filling is. This already has chocolate chips in it. So I'm going to add, sometimes I put peanut butter in. I just put spoonfuls of peanut butter and stir it in a little bit. Tonight I'm going to use peanut butter cups because I happen to have some peanut butter cups. Let's see, so this brownie is about ready. I've already unwrapped them. I had some minis. I think they were left over from Halloween or something. So I had some minis ready. So these are the minis, and I've got them on our small bar board. We've got several knives. I'm going to try the color-coded chef knife. We actually have 2 collections of cutlery. The professional is my favorite, but I happen to have this one handy, and I wanted to show you the difference as well. So I'm just going to take the chef's knife and just chop this up a little bit and sprinkle it over the top. So that gets sprinkled over the top. You can use candy bars, you can use chocolate chips, peanut butter, caramel, whatever you like. So this is quick and easy. I am going to put the lid on this like that. 7 minutes in the microwave. And our brownies will be ready. So the next recipe is stuffed peppers, and I found this recipe on Pampered Chef's website. It's Italian stuffed peppers. The only thing that I found different from what I normally do with stuffed peppers is that it uses some sweet or hot Italian sausage. So I thought that's a really nice mix, so I'm trying that instead. And then I often use ground turkey instead of ground beef. So what I've got in my other stainless mixing bowl right now is some ground turkey. And then to add the sausage, I want to show you our new kitchen shears, which I just think are absolutely fantastic. Watch this. Just zip right across there. These will cut through anything. You can cut through metal, you can cut chicken breast apart, anything. So I've got 2 sausages. These happen to be in the skin. So if you do have them in the skin, you can just squeeze it out of the skin like that. The recipe actually called for hot, and I had some sweet, so we're using sweet. That one. And now I'm going to have to wash my hands because this feels yucky. Let me do that. Here's a really popular product. This is called the Mix and Chop. So I'm mixing together the sausage with the ground turkey. This tool is actually one that you can use in your stove. So if I was cooking this on top of the stove right now, I could be mixing it, stirring it, breaking it up, all the while it's cooking. So look how nice that got mixed together really quick. Now we add about a cup of rice, and I already cooked that ahead of time. I did it in the microwave pot. So those of you who are Pampered Chef people, you're probably thinking that's an old pot. It is. The new one is actually sold in black, and I still have some really old products since I've been with Pampered Chef forever. So I did this in the microwave pot, in the microwave. It was 10 minutes. I just followed the directions on the box. So there's our rice. Now we're going to add Italian seasoning. Again, one of Pampered Chef's seasoning. We have a whole line of seasoning, rubs, seasonings. They're absolutely fantastic. They're all gluten-free. Most of them you can, let me measure so I can show you another product. Adjustable measuring spoons. This one is a teaspoon, measures from 1/8 of a teaspoon to a teaspoon. This one measures from a teaspoon up to a tablespoon. So we're going to do a tablespoon of that. So you can actually make dips with these, equal amounts of mayonnaise and sour cream of almost anything. I like a little extra because I like bold flavors, so I'll add a little bit extra in there. Salt and pepper. I love a grinder, and again, my Pampered Chef friends are going to say, you don't have the stainless one? Because these are still really nice. The stainless is beautiful, so I have to find somebody to donate these to, and then I can get the stainless. But the salt and pepper grinder's fantastic. So we've got salt and pepper, some garlic. So again, I'm going back to those kitchen shears, and I got some of these garlic cloves at a farmer's market. Just cut this apart like that. And then it calls for 2, but these are tiny. And again, I like bold flavors, so I'm going to use 4. I'm not going to peel them, because when you have the garlic press, you don't have to peel it. Put it in here, and it's going to press right through the peel. It does come with a cleaning tool. Some people love it. I happen to be in the habit of just flicking this out. So if you like the cleaning tool, you're going to love it with this one. And to me, this is the biggest time saver, because peeling that clove of garlic is too time consuming, and I love just doing it that way. So I know I'm putting in a lot more than this called for, but it is Italian stuffed peppers. Okay, now to impress you with the next step is onions. Before I do that, did you notice my cutting board? This is one of our newer products, and it's a solid wood cutting board. So solid on one side, and the other side has the grooves to collect your juices when you're carving a roast or a turkey or a watermelon. So I've got this onion. This is our other set of cutlery. This is the Santuco knife from our new forged cutlery. I love the old set. And when these came out, I thought, do we really need a new set? Those other ones are amazing. And then I use these. These are so sharp. I love them. So if the other ones could have gotten better, somehow they did. A little bit lighter, a little bit shorter handle, well balanced, just fantastic. So I'm going to cut through the onion a little bit, just about 6 chunks here, because I'm going to put it in the manual food processor. If you have a lot, you can do it in small batches. I'm going to do half at a time. Don't be afraid to put some power into this. Sometimes people go gentle and they think it takes all day. So if you want this to go fast and easy, put some power into it. And look at this onion. Is this not amazing? It's done already. So don't try to fill it up thinking you're gonna save time, because you're gonna save time by doing small batches, and it's gonna be done in seconds. I use this so much. You can also do potatoes in here. You can do celery. You can do garlic. You can do basil. You can make homemade salsa if you have tomatoes. You can make pesto sauce. You can do mushrooms. You can do your nuts. The longer I have it, the more things I find to do with that. So that one's called the manual food processor. Okay, a little bit of sauce goes in this, and a little bit of sauce goes on top. Now, I didn't have sauce. Well, I did because my husband makes it, but it's in the freezer. And but I had some crushed tomatoes, and I also had a jar of sauce. So I'm improvising with the sauce. The other reason is I want to show you this can opener, because this, to me, is another one of the must-have products. Smooth edge can opener. It takes the lid off your can. Your lid will be smooth. Your can will be smooth. You won't end up with metal shavings falling into your food, and you won't cut yourself when you're washing it. You won't cut your spatulas, scrapers, when you're scraping it out. Now, I just went all the way around. If you were sitting here looking at me, you'd say, that didn't do anything. I don't see where it cut. But you can tell by the feel. When it's gone all the way around, you turn backwards, and it unclips. Did you hear that? Our brownie's done. Oh, it smells so good. Let me show you what that looks like. 7-minute brownies. Take that lid off. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Fantastic. Okay, so put that there and let it cool, and we'll enjoy that later. So back to opening our can. It's gone all the way around. You put these little claws on the edge, you push down on here, and you pull up, and your can is open. Smooth here. You won't cut yourself with that. This is smooth. I'm going to pour that in. And I'm going to go back to my kitchen shears for a minute because I am so impressed with how durable these are. These can cut metal. You see that okay? I just cut the lid of that can. That's how strong those are. So they cut through metal. I did add salt and pepper to that already. I'm going to add just a little more tomato, or a little more Italian sauce to that. Italian seasoning. I'll use it up. Why not? Okay, so there's my sauce. Pour that in here. Pour about a cup of it in, and then the rest of it is going to go around the outside. So I'm just going to stir that up a little bit. Now what I've done ahead of time is get my peppers ready. So I had 6 peppers, and I've already cut them in, cut the tops off, and took a little bit of the inside out. Now I'm just realizing there's something I forgot to pull out, and that's my stainless scoop, because that's what I'd like to use to fill these peppers. Let's see if I can remember where I put my scoop. So this is the largest. There's actually 3 sizes. The small one would be to do mini muffins or cookies. If you're doing the holiday cookies and you want them small. The medium one would be to do larger cookies, and it's also a great size for meatballs. This large one is nice for stuffed peppers, and it's your size for filling your muffin and cupcake cups. So here's my peppers that I got ready ahead of time, and I mentioned that I was using the Rockcrok again. This one's called the Dutch oven. It's a 4-quart Rockcrok. And again, this is the same pan that goes on top of the stove, in the oven, in the microwave, under the broiler, on the grill, and in the dishwasher. And did I mention hosts get them for 60% off this month? There's 4 different sets to pick from. They come with the stand, what do we call it? Slow cooker stand. So you can actually turn these into a slow cooker. And there's a carrier case. So you can get all of that for 60% off, and that is when you're hosting a cooking class party or a virtual party on Facebook. So if you want to think some friends might like to shop with you, you can add this to your wish list. So I'm going to scoop this into here. Fill these up. If you have any questions for me, I can't answer while I am doing this, but I promise to go back afterwards and see the kind of comments and see what you guys thought of this recipe. And again, it is on the Pampered Chef website, so you can go look it up. It's called Italian Stuffed Peppers. What I love most about this, because I'm using the Rockcrok, I can put this in the microwave and it's going to be done in 15 minutes. So in a night when you're in a hurry, you don't want to wait an hour for it to get done. Stick it in the microwave for 15 minutes. So this is kind of like my cooking classes. When we do a party in someone's home, we prepare a couple of recipes. The only difference is you won't be able to sample what I made tonight. I'm sorry about that. But at my cooking classes in home, I usually do a main dish. I love these one-pot meals because I love to just cook everything in one pot, and while it's cooking, you don't have to worry about it. You can keep busy with something else. And I usually focus on things that are fast, easy, delicious, of course, and try to do things that are as healthy as possible. So, for example, with this recipe, I used brown rice and ground turkey instead of the beef and chicken and white rice. So it makes it a little bit healthier. Now, the next thing I think that makes this an Italian recipe is that it takes some mozzarella cheese on the top. So again, back to these kitchen shears. I use these so much. They're just outstanding. So we're going to grate some cheese over the top of this. And actually, I think I want to pour more sauce on it first. So sauce first, and then the cheese. And then about 15 minutes in the microwave. Actually, as I'm thinking now, I think the cheese goes on towards the end. So we cook it about 15 minutes, then we add the cheese. So I'm going to stick this in the microwave, and then I'll show you how I'm going to grate that cheese. I'm going to use the same lid that I just used on the brownie and put that on here. So I'll hold it up so you can see what that looks like. Dinner's ready in about 20 minutes if anyone hasn't eaten yet. Otherwise, I've got my meal for the next couple days because I only cook for mostly 2 or 3 people these days. Okay, last thing is to grate some cheese. So we have 2 different microplane graters, and I shouldn't say microplane graters, graters. One does fine and one does the coarse. So you can fold this up really nice for storage, and it does come with a sleeve on there, so when you're reaching into your drawer, you're not so likely to scrape your knuckles or grate your knuckles off. So I've got the storage thing on there. Slide it off, so you push this little thing in, it opens up. If you like to grate standing up, you've got a triangle. If you like to open it all the way and grate over a bowl, you can do it that way. So whatever your preference is. If you like to put it in this hand guard, you can slide that on there, and you can put your cheese in there, and you can grate that way too. So I'm just going to grate a little bit. I don't know if you can see this okay, but look how easy that is. So this is mozzarella cheese. I had this in the freezer because I buy great big chunks of it. Actually, do you know you can get this at Sam's Club for about $2 a pound? And then I freeze it in, I have a vacuum sealer, I freeze it in big chunks, so there's always mozzarella cheese whenever you're ready. I don't think I need that whole thing. So there's our cheese. So dinner will soon be ready, and I hope you enjoyed this cooking class tonight. And let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. Feel free to share this. My name is Sharon Sarah, and thanks for joining me. Bye.